What's up, everybody? DeathBlow here. Today we're going to be doing another coaching video. I'm going to be trying to bring one of these a week for now, or at least one non-gameplay video per week is my current plan. This week it will be coaching again. There was a very good response to that video, a very different kind of response, a lot of likes, a lot of subs as a result, and everything like that. A lot of people joining the Discord, hopefully to submit more of their gameplay footage for me to coach in the future. If you want to get one of your videos coached, please do join the Discord. You can go to the coaching submissions channel and upload your video to Drive or YouTube, put a link in that channel, and I will get to it. There's been a couple submissions. I'm not turning all of them into videos, but so far I've at least been able to give individual feedback to the person through text. I'll just kind of reply in a DM if it's not something that I think is going to make a video. But I'm also interested in watching these videos kind of completely blank. So that's what I'm going to be doing this time. I haven't seen any of this gameplay yet, and this was from Nolafus. Sorry about any names that I butcher as we go through this, but that was who submitted this video. So a big thank you to Nola. Really appreciate the submission and hope this video's able to help you out. So let's get things started here. It's going to be a Merlin game. Got to remember we can skip around a little bit. Yeah. So a little unfortunate that you don't have a unit when you cast the spell. It's something I do in this situation where I'll actually buy a unit, just so that way when I do this on turn 2, you're weaker on turn 2 itself, right? But you're stronger on turn 1. I don't know what's right. I really want some mathematicians to kind of break things down. But for now, at least when I'm playing, I'm leaning into the interaction with the hero. So in this instance, I may have bought a minion and then cast the Shrink Ray next turn. Not at all confident that I'm right. Also, don't think it's a major difference either. So this is, I think, the more common play line. And you're going to be very, very well off next turn. And looking with hindsight, you weren't winning that regardless. So good job. I don't know what you should do. Yeah. I think that's it. And then I would lock the spell because it'll be a great part of your next turn. But I think that was generally correct. Yeah, so lock that spell. You're going to get a board full of minions. You'll have 4 gold to spend. This allows you to guarantee a spell, a meaningful spell that grows your board, doesn't slow you down, widening out your board. I think that was a missed opportunity. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo is just great for Merlin. Yeah, and you're missing out on a spell. I mean, you get to control what you buy, so it is a bit of a mixed bag, but I think keeping that eeny, meeny, miny, mo was definitely correct, especially with hindsight looking at it. Hopefully you find a princess next turn. I always hate when Lonely Prince just sits there lonely. Nice. No use for the spell, which is definitely unfortunate. Well, now you've got a spell. Yeah. 100% agreed. Great choice there. Or not great choice, obviously, but great result there, too. Getting the Mim was definitely the optimal flip for that. I like willing the dragon to attack the Mim. Didn't work out for you, but miss 100% of the shots you don't take or something like that. Your board looks pretty good to me, so I'm not anticipating you winning. So I would not be picking Secret Stash here. I really like needle nose daggers, especially with a 13-10 on the board. I think you're pretty likely to win for a couple turns, and then it really might snowball, set you up for an adventure or draw, something like that. So I'm leaning needle nose daggers, but I think there's a good argument to be made for spinning wheel here. Probably a preference decision. All right, my daggers. So I don't know that you'll keep it, but the 3 ones are worse on board than the tiny, and they don't need to be on the field in order to grow. So they'll grow in your hand after their recent change. So you should definitely have the tiny in, but you should also use the shard on one of these trees as well. Buying the second one was more, I might have bought Fanny, if I'm being honest with you, just because it keeps open a dwarf draw and then allows you to cast the spell. So far I'm noticing I don't think there's enough of a focus on really getting all you can out of the Merlin hero power. If you have the ability to do that, I would do it, unless it meant consuming your upgraded minion, because nothing would be as big, and those aren't permanent buffs. Those are just stats on the card, so they would go away. Yeah, I would use that, and then maybe buy the Fanny just for your hand. Also, just hit the supports in the back with your dragon's forehead. Obviously, I'm kidding. You don't have any control over that. Just very unfortunate so far. Super close combat. Shepherd Sling. Yeah, rough to lose the daggers to that. Sling's just a better treasure, though. Good turn. Everything there I think was right. You obviously don't want to go into the Evil Witch. And so you've already got these trees out of your lineup. You're already thinking, do I sell them? What do I do with them? And they could very easily have become maybe a second Mim, or just gotten you a trigger off of the Merlin by using a shard earlier. Jumping around a little too much. Try to be smoother with it. Missed the support again. Oh, just a rough combat all around. I think that's a good buy. I'm snapping off that spell too, yep. I don't mind that. I'd be looking to get the dragon off my team if I could, though. The very early Grimsoul, and while you don't have anything to use for it, I think that stops me from freezing it, but it's very tempting. Would I sell? I might, actually. I might sell the 2 drops in my hand. I really don't value level 2 treasures very highly at this point. They're very low impact on the game overall, outside of a couple specific scenarios. And I don't mind rolling that up there. Like I said, as great as the card is, you don't have anything that uses it yet, so you should be able to count on finding one later if you do find a use for it. You got both of your triggers, but I don't think that's enough. Support unit's dead makes these beasts not very good. That was a good trade. That was a rough one. This will activate your treasure. This is a good turn for you, hopefully. Nodding my head because nice. Sting is big. I like Sting a lot here. Two things I think I'd do here. Sell your bench, including that tree you just put in, to buy the end and cast it, which is exactly what you're gonna do. Or yeah, I'd sell, including the tree you put in, to buy that Medusa. I think that's another really viable option, and then probably freeze the end. But you did a good job here. I like this line. Medusa's good, not great for you. Other than the one support, you have nothing that like inherently is pushing you in the good direction right now. So I think it's important to stay pretty open to a massive change. No signal to do it yet, but yeah, Medusa is just, I think, underrated by a lot of players, and would have been a good option for there as well. But I think I end up doing the same thing you. Leveling is just so important. Casting spells is just so important. So from a tempo perspective, that Wombat is really good. So I think I'm buying Wombat. That spells shouldn't be passed either. I don't think you reliably do better. The heck did that Mim get so big? Really just the target of that many Merlin triggers? That's wild. I'm a little torn about what you do with that in that situation. I'm possibly keeping the Mim over the Witch at the moment, the Good Witch. I think you do have an upgraded Knight as well, so that's, I think, an option, but it's too late. It's level 5, so you're right. Pass that up. Maybe the Mim over the Wizard's Familiar here, now that I'm thinking about it. Animal Companion? Wizards? I don't know. I screw the name up of that card all the time. But it might be an 8/8 that pumps the front, and now that I'm saying it out loud, is better than a 9/8 that doesn't. It's not like you're casting spells in your lineup to need to keep them out there. So I think that is a mistake there. I would probably put the Mim in over the Familiar Companion. Maybe that's what I'll start calling it. Yeah, now I'm really worried you're going to get out tempoed by that 6 drop, and you pretty much did. It's a rough round. I like that. Gives you some power. Take the spell. I don't know that you'll find better. And making Sporko good can potentially be great for you in the late game. think you were fortunate to get such a good spell afterwards. But yeah, I think making Sporko good when you can, when it doesn't cost you anything, I think it just makes some compositions and some things fit much better in the late game. Weak board for level 5 though, and we're running out of time in the video, so I'm thinking I know how this round goes. Oh wow, yeah, the upgraded Elder in the back. Brutal. Gilded Harp, I mean, this round was just not your fault by any stretch. That's a rough spot to be in. So, all things considered, I think your big mistake was not freezing this spell. I think that would have set you up very, very well. Put you ahead of the lobby a little bit. Didn't cost you right away, but it gives you a better turn than this. And then just, I mean, like we talked about, there needs to be a real focus on doing what you can at all times to use your spells and to cast them. Didn't have an option there. Looking for one, but yeah, so you've got one there. So this was I think one of your better turns. And then the next turn, like, I think it's too late for the happy little trees. So I think that was like a misguided investment. Like I said at the time, buy one Fanny, buy one tree, use the spell. There's a good amount. You played this pretty well. This was a pretty decent game. Like I said, left a little bit of value on the table. I'm not the best Merlin player. I've talked about it in my videos. My win rate does not match what other, top players kind of have as a win rate for the hero. I think there's something wrong with how I approach it. So you can kind of take this with a grain of salt because it's not my best, but those are the main things that stand out to me. Was go out of your way to make sure you're casting your spells. Blocking that eeny, meeny, miny, mo was, I think, the major misstep here. And then I'm looking to see. So, and yeah, if you bought that Medusa, like we kind of talked about at the time, that's an out against better compositions than yours. To kind of transform, like in the round you lost, there was a big frontline minion. Maybe you could have taken it out. And then the Wombats was so much better than the 312. And I don't really like the Lightning Dragon. I don't think it has great, consistent, reliable value for you. It's not as good of a tempo play. So yeah, honestly, everything here seemed pretty minor. This one didn't go your way. You got eliminated by a high-rolling Gilded Harp, or at least high-rolling for the time of the game. Gilded Harp player. And also, this guy that had really, really powerful minions. You pumped him well with the one treasure he had. And Ivella's just a great hero overall, but didn't really utilize the hero power too much. So, yeah, a pretty good game here. I don't think anything to hang your head about. There are some opportunities to improve, and I think it's great you're looking for those. So we'll wrap up this video here. I don't know how long this has really been. About 20 minutes. That's not too short of a video. These are a little bit on the quicker side, so maybe if I ever have any that are real short, I can combine multiple together into one video, that sort of thing. But again, big thank you to Nolifus for submitting this video. Thank you so much, all of you, for your support on this channel. It's continuing to grow. It's continuing to be very fun and very humbling to run the channel, so I really appreciate all the positive feedback. I'm hoping these non-gameplay videos bring a little bit more To the newer players, a lot of people comment they want me to talk more and things in the videos. It's really hard to do when I'm streaming for 6 hours. It's just not who I am. I don't narrate everything. I'm usually thinking in my head, counting, doing math, all those things. And if I don't play my best, I don't have videos to upload. So it's a tightrope line to walk, and hopefully mixing the different styles of content kind of helps please everybody, because I don't see a way, at least until chat becomes more active and the stream gets more popular, I think it's going to be tough to bring more commentary to the gameplay videos themselves. But maybe we'll experiment with a voiceover or something like that on some of them at some point. But yeah, thank you once again. If you guys do enjoy these coaching videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below, was there any misplays, anything you guys thought maybe was a suboptimal decision or anything that I didn't point out. I think there's a lot more. Anybody with a very good Merlin win rate, if you want to comment, I'm sure Nolithus would be appreciative of that as well. So we'll see you guys next time. You have a great day. See you in my lobbies.